So I'm just going to go live. Things have been delayed by a day. They just did the Willy Wonka reveal of the spot where the panels are going to be. Everybody's crowding in, taking pictures. They've got one LED example that I'm going to zoom in on that is standing up vertical. So that's kind of cool. I saw Scott come in. I see Julie in the blonde hair right there. The crowd is actually pretty darn big. Takes up the entire park area. I don't want to get too many faces, but that's where they're gonna go. I'm going to be recording on and off as things happen. They've got a microphone right over here. Looks like they're getting ready to go live. I don't know how well I'm going to hear. I'm going to have to unplug these headphones to be able to do this. Otherwise, I don't think I'll get anything. Yeah, testing microphones. Everybody's taking pictures of other people taking pictures. Yep, there's another one.
Sandpoint and guests, thank you for coming.
Here we go.
How's everybody doing today? We appreciate you coming out to celebrate Solar Roadways and their soon-to-be unveiling. Unfortunately, like with any new novel technology product, it comes with its challenges, comes with its setbacks, many of them unanticipated, and sure enough, that's what happened yesterday. We have a delay with the panels, and I'm going to let Scott talk a little bit more about that, about the process of how the panels are built, constructed, and there's been a little bit of a setback, so we're actually going to postpone the actual unveiling until tomorrow at 1 p.m. Sorry if that inconvenienced anyone who traveled from out of town. Nonetheless, Scott's here to talk a little bit about the technology, and I want to talk a little bit about the process of how this all came together and give thanks where thanks is due. So, we're at Jeff Jones Square here, as many of you know. Jeff Jones was an attorney of the city of Sandpoint in the 80s and 90s, left quite a mark on Sandpoint, and in 2005, when this was rebuilt, this square was named after him. I think Sandpoint, historically, Sandpoint was a resource extraction-based economy. In the late 80s and 90s, it transitioned into more of a tourist-based economy. And now in the 21st century, we're seeing a new branding of Sandpoint that really embraces technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And Solar Roadways represents just that. They are exemplary of the new brand of Sandpoint. And Jeff Jones Square, I think, represents that from the city's perspective, the city of Sandpoint. And so, not only do we have the Solar Roadways installation going on right here, but this will also be the first public Wi-Fi, city-sponsored public Wi-Fi site right here. And it will be connected, it'll be the first public connection to our brand new high-speed fiber network. It's excellent. So high speed is on the way. And in fact, as of right now, you can get a live stream of Jeff Jones Square right here online. And so you're all online right now, live feed. So, and you can log on there and observe the Solar Roadways project. And you can also become familiar with Solar Roadways, how the product works, and you're going to be able to get a live feed for how it performs, how much energy it's creating, and how much energy it's offsetting for the city. And so, the panels here, they produce energy, and they offset the city's cost to run this fountain right here behind you, and the cost to run the electricity in the public restroom right here. So that's the immediate direct benefit that the city gets from this installation here. And by the way, I want to make a mention of the partners, that there were a lot of partners that were involved in this that made it happen. And I'd like to give thanks to those people right now. This project was primarily funded by a grant from the Idaho Department of Commerce. And there were also funds contributed by Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency. So they were the funders for this project. The city of Sandpoint contributed labor in kind in laying the foundation work here. Our city staff from the Public Works Streets Department came, they cut the concrete, they laid the bed of sand and gravel, they ran the conduit and facilitated connecting the electric lines to where the utilities were located in the area, and developed this whole, because the panel system melts snow and ice, we had to accommodate for drainage. And so there was actually a lot of design and engineering that went into this beyond the panels even, that I think nobody really anticipated until we actually started to undertake this project. So it really came with some unique challenges and engineering problems that had to be solved. And so I also want to thank Avista, who put a lot of time and energy and resources into this. North County Electric, Sandpoint.com, and again, I want to mention the Sandpoint City staff who really did a lot to make it happen. So I hope you can all stick around and come back tomorrow at 1 and check it out. Hopefully we'll have a final product for you to here to witness. I'm going to hand it over to Scott Broussard. Scott and Julie Broussard are Solar Roadways. They have a team here as well. Their office and plant is located right over off Pine Street. And I'd encourage you to go over and check it out if you haven't been over there. It's quite an impressive facility. And today they're selling t-shirts and mugs even. So I'm going to hand it over to the Broussards, and they can kind of walk you through the technology, tell you how it works, and what are the challenges that they're faced with right now. Thanks.
Surpriser. Service coordinator.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming. Can you hear me?
You gotta speak right into it. There you go.
Right into it.
All right, can you hear me now? All right, thanks for coming out, everybody. Our original plan was to come in last night and do the installation and have everything ready to go first thing this morning. But we have a lamination process and some manufacturing problem. We've never laminated more than 2 or 3 panels at a time while we're gearing up for this installation. Last night, or this morning, we were up all last night. We were up till 5 o'clock this morning getting everything ready. Put it in the lamination oven, hit start, and because there are 30 of them in there now, that's 30 70-pound heat sinks, and it took forever for the heating cycle to go. Matter of fact, it ended about 10 minutes ago. Now it's going to have to cool down for a couple hours. We'll get everything out and test it and start bringing it over and installing it. So please come back tomorrow about 1 p.m. We'll have something to show off. In the meantime, if you look inside the tent there, I brought our travel panel. That gives you an idea of what it's capable of. That's a very small version of it. The big panels are about 4.5 square feet. But that gives you an idea of what we can do with the LEDs. Each panel also has heating elements, so we can regulate the temperature of them to prevent snow and ice accumulation. There are solar panels, of course, so we're generating electricity. We run them through microinverters back into the load center in the back of the building here. What else? I got the whole team here. We can answer all your questions. I've got a lot of guys in the back. We can mill around and answer anything you want. See a lot of friends and neighbors out here. Pardon?
Where did the idea come from?
Right here.
Where did the idea come from?
We went to see Al Gore's movie about 12 years ago, that Inconvenient Truth. And I've been hearing in the nightly news stuff about global warming when it all first started coming out, and I kept thinking, why doesn't somebody fix that? I got tired of hearing of it, to tell you the truth. So we started looking into it. And Julie asked me when we grew up together, her mom used to babysit me. So my favorite toy back then was electric a slot car track, which is an electric road with electric vehicles. And so I drove her crazy talking about electric roads all our life. So when we watched the movie, she turned to me one day, she said, "Can't you make your electric roads out of solar panels?" And I kind of laughed. I said, "No, you can't even step on those things, let alone drive on them." So she dropped it, and I started thinking about it, and I thought if I could figure out a way to protect the solar cells, that just might work, and that's where it started.
Very helpful to be married to an engineer. The question is the basic mechanism a photoelectric effect?
It's solar cells. We're using polycrystalline solar cells, 18% efficient. Each of our panels, the hexagons, are 44 watts. That answer your question?
Got any reading? Got a brochure?
No, we don't have. We got a website, solarroadways.com.
We don't print things out.
And we have a few installations, test installations around the country, a couple in Arizona, one in Sagal, one in Missouri, and we post the results on the website. And we'll do the same thing with this one. And when this one goes live, we're going to have sort of a live feed on the Sandpoint website and on ours to show you exactly how much producing at any given minute.
And the webcam, which will be 24/7. What do I have to do if they're up? Actually, I think it might be up right now. Yeah, okay, Jennifer, put it up right now.
So I don't think the sound is going to be good from this point forward, so I'm going to end this.